Hey everybody, so here we are again. Catherine's going to be going live here in just a few minutes. She said that she called and said it's a bit of a shit show, which is always entertaining to say the least. So when she goes live, we'll be sharing her feed from Madison County. Here as they're starting to bring in the ballots and candidates are showing up at the courthouse for the canvassing. So we will be sharing that here in just a few minutes. And hopefully she pops on here as quickly as she seemed to think she was going to. But in the meantime, don't forget that we will be going live tonight. Christopher will be going live around 7 o'clock tonight. He's still at the hospital with his grandfather. And as soon as he comes out of surgery and he makes sure everything's okay, then he'll be heading back to the house to come on live for the special broadcast tonight of the election results. He did say that we would be concentrating on the state level, but we will be covering the local races as well. So it's going to be state and national tonight, with the local thrown in as those results come in. We should have those quicker than we have the national. We'll see if we have the national, but it looks like Katherine is live right now. So that shared for everybody for you.
So here you go. This is what's happened in our courthouse. If you want to observe the canvassing, you can sit on the floor or you can stand. That's how they're doing all of this. There's no other chairs in this courthouse for your constituents. Now, remind you that they are maxing the tax, okay? And with that max the tax, this is how they want you to feel comfortable coming up and canvassing. Now, let's take an interesting view here as we do. And I will tell you, as I've been doing this, it's been very interesting because Russ has been by. They won't talk to any of the constituents who have questions. This is how they're going to have us canvass. This is how they're going to have us look at what's going on. There will be none of us actually able to go to the second floor. There is absolutely no audio going on here. This is how they're going to show us the results. Now, I was up here earlier around noon today. Ms. Cruz was up here about 8:30. She asked if she could read anywhere where it would tell us what the rules are. Well, they didn't post any. There's no rules posted anywhere. I want to remind everybody, there's no rules, okay? But as I was talking with Sean and I was pointing to things on the video, I wasn't touching the screen. By the time we came back an hour later, they had made these, please do not touch the monitor. I paid for that monitor. Trust me, I pay 5 digits in property taxes biannually. If I want to lick that screen or I want to lick my fingers and touch the screen, I don't care. I'm going to do that. So now what you're going to see is this is what they've set up for everybody to see. There's 4 cameras. Now, here with the cameras, I want to point out to everybody, okay, as you look at these cameras. In these cameras, you will see here sits Russ Willis. Now, I've got a big problem with the fact that Russ Willis gets to sit up there because he's under investigation by the Indiana State Police. He hasn't been cleared of no wrongdoing. So why is he in the thick of all this? Why hasn't he been moved to the side? Now, 2 of the members, it's a three-member election board, they could have voted to remove him, but they've chosen to keep him in this whole chaos. So that's kind of what's going on. So anyways, as you look at all of this, here they're bringing in, I don't know what they're doing because we have no audio. As you look in here, I have no idea what's going on. Over here, they've got somebody feeding him ballots. I'm not really sure what's going on over there. They got Sue manning the machines that she manned in the testing. And then here, look at all these chairs. Look at all these chairs for constituents. Now, those chairs could be used for your taxpayers and your concerned citizens, but yet none of them are brought for the people. So I want to show you how this is all kind of working out. They don't want you here. They don't want you to see anything. What? So, and then I'm just getting word out of one of the facilities, they denied a voter a provisional ballot. So just getting calls in from Ms. Crooms that was denied. People, talk to people, post on social media. People had problems at the polls. If polls opened and they didn't open on time, if people weren't allowed to do provisional ballots. I've had, like within 20 minutes up here, I had over a half a dozen people come up here wanting to vote and had no idea you couldn't vote here. That is how confusing Linda Smith, the clerk, has made this for people to vote. It's very frustrating as people are coming up here running against time to get to another poll. We have seen some of the craziest stuff at the polls today. It's unbelievable. It's very loud up here, but I hope that some of you will stay watching this. You will study these videos. You will see how everybody's moving through there. Russ has been in rooms, with the ballots. It's just incredible of what's going on up here. So we will see. The Herald Bulletin is supposed to be allowed to go up on the second floor. They never even went up there. They just stayed down here. She's coming in with these boxes. I don't even know what these boxes are. But what they want to make sure is that they never explain to the people what actually is going on with the process. And that's a problem. The people have the right to know what's going on with the process. And nobody is sharing with the public anything. That's not how voting was supposed to be made up.
You'll take a break for just a second.
They don't know what's happened. They just need to give the permission ballot. I don't understand what's the
Okay,
problem.
so ask for a chair and I'll say I'm a medical professional.
I am proud of you.
Here's the other thing. You see these doors, anybody who's watching who might be a firefighter, this is a danger. These, you can't, if we had a ton of people in here, this is a fire marshal danger. You've got Tom Eckert there who was in charge of EMA. If we had a fire, people could trample, they could trip over. Here's Sheriff Beeman.
Rebecca Burns is going to come up here, and I'm pretty sure she's going to need someone that's not on the floor to sit, watch the canvassing. They've taken all the chairs away. I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to get those, because once again.
Yeah, so let's go look here. Let's go up here and look at this sign here. You're not allowed to speak to anybody. Is that transparency? See what that says right there? They're not allowed to interact. So that's what I'm saying. People are asking for chairs to sit, and so that's a great thing. So I just want everybody to be able to see that all of the employees with Madison County are accommodated with seats. But your taxpayers are not given anything.
We'll get them seats.
Well, that would be a great thing. Now, I don't know how many people are coming. They shouldn't have taken away the seats that were here.
Probably 20.
I don't see, and here's the thing. I don't know why people are getting upset with me. These people work here. They should be accommodating the people. All I'm doing is advocating for the people. I mean, this is how crazy this is. Why are you getting upset with me? They're chairs. They knew people were coming up here to canvass today. Now look at this. You got one laying on the floor. He might be passed out, and I am not doing CPR today. I just want everybody to know I am not doing CPR. So you see, and then they get mad at me. People need chairs. I would know to give an elderly woman a chair. So I'm just sitting right here.
There you are, ma'am. Probably not right in front, because Linda, she needs.
She goes in, yeah.
Yeah.
But Lisa's been going in and out of here, yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can fix my camera here for everybody. Whew, I tell you, why are you laying on the floor? Seriously, get up.
They took his seat.
They took my seat.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, look at that hall. We need to watch them.
So anyways, we're just going to sit here and watch the canvassing. We'll watch people. Some of the candidates are going to come up here shortly. So
Oh, no, they just now figured that out. Look, there's some people out there doing those.
You are correct. Everybody, Linda Smith.
I'll be doing it.
They had the table set up for a little.
I don't know.
They should have put up some ropes. This aren't this is not
so and if you don't hear any audio, that's because we can't hear this TV either.
anyways.
We can't hear anything.
I just want everybody to have.
What?
John's gonna take off running for this door. in
Sure.
a second.
Oh, no, I don't.
You what?
I thought you said you were gonna ask.
No, I'm kidding. Let me tell you about Carol Better. It's a chair case. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm not gonna embarrass
This dude
you.
ain't playing.
Well, this is a problem.
It is. It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
right here,
Case number
this is
2.
two election people meeting, so that's a quorum. You understand? There's 3 people in an election board. That's a quorum right there, making decisions.
Yeah.
They should have.
Making
And here's the
decisions.
police report on Linda Smith.
It would have at least.
Or they put it that way, they're in
This is a police report
They
on
do
Linda
not
Smith
want
for
this to be
violating my civil rights.
No.
for not letting me,
They do not want to accommodate us.
I want to hear what's going on. I want
They
to see what's
don't-
going on.
I mean, we sat there and watched Russ, even of all those ballots, how many times? More times than I have fingers on my nose.
Now, all 3 of them violate my civil rights. I'm telling you right now, fight.
Well, look here, look here. Now you got Terry Austin in there with them. So, you know, what's so important here that we the people can't
Like I
hear?
said, that's
I mean,
different
I
than
don't
anything else,
understand any of that.
whether it's the meetings, the people that help. The courts are there to tell us what the bumpers are.
You got Kelly Hewer right here.
The statute says one
She's,
thing, and the
she's
court says it's
another
unconstitutional.
Republican person
That's what
sitting
will
right
be
there.
changed.
Not sure who that is.
Until someone sues or
I
does
do
that,
think
we
she's
don't
a
know.
Democrat. So we're watching things maneuver and move around, which,
Right.
I don't know, they were doing everything out in the hallway and now they've dispersed. Like, it's like they've moved these people to somewhere else that have been there all day, that were right here in the hallway. I don't know. I'm so confused by this whole process. But look at all the blind spots. They go back behind here with ballots. That's a blind spot. I mean, there's no transparency. Now in Marion County, if you go to Marion County, they're showing right now how it's in an open room with a glass. You can hear everything that's going on. You can hear all the conversations. That's on the news right now that's going on.
Excuse me, ma'am.
So-
We need that chair for our staff.
Oh, here we go. She has a medical condition. Oh, no. You put us in the hallway. You put us in the hallway. You put us here.
Reasonable accommodations for a medical condition. It says it in the open door law.
Larry.
Hey, honey.
I'm not gonna offer her that chair.
I mean, we're not. She does have a heart condition.
You're ridiculous. You're retarded.
This woman, whoever she is like a complete, this is completely crazy. Okay. Here's the thing. The American
Who you work for?
Disability Act says we must accommodate people with medical conditions. She does have a medical condition. I am a medical provider. This would be a violation of the American Disability. Turn your back around.
You can't ask questions.
Turn your back around.
We're not going to answer questions.
And they, oh, so
Not
the
to
rules.
answer questions. They're not to answer questions.
I don't know why you were going to share the chair for
Her
our staff.
medical profession.
There are plenty of chairs in the building.
Thank you.
No, she was the one that came in and. Thank you very much.
There's plenty of chairs on the second floor.
Absolutely atrocious behavior. African
Absolutely.
adults.
Larry,
Shame on you.
Hey, I ended it, man. So, yeah.
thank you, sir.
Stop. Stop. Stop.
What was
He
her
took
name?
care of it.
I want her name. I want her name because I would like to file a complaint.
Oh, go up there, there's your complaint.
First
form.
Amendment, I can speak, I
I
can
don't feel well
talk.
standing there right now.
Now listen, the problem is that there are no chairs in the hallway. They're upset that there are chairs. Now you got Miss Crooms coming with no chair. I don't know what we're gonna do here. This is the thing. There's no reason the taxpayers shouldn't be accommodated with chairs. There is no reason at all. Chairs are not out here for the people.
I have one that does one, and then they use over.
I got one video. I'm trying to find.
Oh, see, he's had open heart. I mean, this is what I'm saying. The American disability, this could be a whole nother issue going on here.
I need to have my chair as soon as I get her information.
So anyways, for the new people that are joining live, this is what you get to see for canvassing. You're not allowed upstairs.
Guys are used to people fighting back.
I just want you to
We're fighting
see,
back.
Larry, enough.
Do you know any?
I just want you to see that here you can't see around that wall, so that's not transparent. This is a relationship to Linda Smith. There's no audio at all. So if you're like, we can't hear what's going on, we can't either. So there's no audio going
It's
on
turned
whatsoever.
around backwards. She has it
And
backwards.
then as we go over here and we're watching over here, the employees are accommodated, but your constituents,
Okay, so your person, they got
your constituents are not accommodated at all. They're expected to stand.
You see wrestlers, that's what they wear.
So you don't see Tim Lannon around. You don't see Linda the clerk around. You don't see Russ Willis around. Where are they? If this is truly a transparent issue, where are those individuals? Why aren't they on film? So where's everybody gone to? This is craziness. We don't know what's going on because we've got no, oh, here they come. We're not sure where they've been. Or what they're saying, or what they're taking, or what they're doing. So it's kind of been an interesting situation. That's when they're going to start rolling out the numbers. Okay. Hey, so Miss Crooms has shown up, everybody. Let's look at Miss Crooms. How was the ending of the polls? Is what people would like to know. We're going to have to talk loud enough because there's so much noise congestion.
Okay, at Zion Baptist Church, we had a young man who had registered online. His mother registered him, helped him register online, and he wasn't showing up as registered. The inspector called uptown and was told by somebody in the registration office that not to give him a provisional ballot. Now, it is my understanding that you cannot deny a provisional ballot. The young man came in there with the he did not have time to go home and get his ID. So when they couldn't find him in the register, they just denied the ballot altogether. But I informed them, which they should have known, and I don't know what kind of training they give around here, but they should have known that you cannot deny a provisional ballot.
Coming in.
So they eventually,
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean?
It was,
whoever's in the
prior
party
to that.
called
It
somebody
was the last
else,
election.
and they finally gave it an okay. So he did out there for
What's up?
10.
They just turned off the second floor.
So that's what went on the last 15 minutes. It's not that. So we really do need clarification on
There's
this.
some-
I will be filing a complaint. as soon as possible
have
about
anything
this
to say?
process that you have to
No,
wait
they're
until they call
answering,
you?
literally answered phones. And if we radio them and say somebody's here to turn in a ballot, we have to send a team to this floor. We're waiting on the vote centers to start ringing.
I think the question is, do they still have items up there that they're bringing downstairs?
Do they still have, do they still vault
Ballots
upstairs?
What they tabulated from train.
They're put away.
I did see that, I did see.
Now I want to show everybody the
They're
new
all
video. Now, on second floor, there are many people with the ballots up on the second floor. They've turned off all the cameras to the second floor, and they've turned it all onto the first floor. So there are still people upstairs, and there are ballots upstairs. That's what I'm saying. It's all on the first floor now. They've turned all the second floor cameras off. All the second floor cameras are off. Now they're got their cameras all on us. So I just kind of want to show you guys how this is working for the people. And again, there are no chairs. There are no chairs for your constituents. Look, still standing. They were getting them chairs, still standing. Now your taxpayers paid for all these chairs. Your taxpayers have paid for all this equipment that goes on in this building. Now they're complaining that we're in the hallway. Oh, this is a fire hazard. There's no question that this is a fire hazard.
There's
But they put it
multiple
here.
people with medical conditions.
Yeah, there's multiple people with medical conditions, and there's no chairs.
I have metal up and down my leg.
Can we get Miss Crooms a chair?
No, they're gonna make us stand in the back of the hallway.
No, you're fine, you're fine. I just want to get a
One from Sheriff Beeman.
That's what Stacy said.
So this is how crazy this is. So
I asked him earlier.
I don't know why we can't see the second floor,
We're gonna get you one.
but everybody gets to see how this works. Well, we don't think so, Alexa. This is what's so interesting about the whole thing. When it says cannot hear anything but chaos, because that's the only thing you can hear. There is absolutely no audio with this video going on right here. None. That's exactly what's going on there. And that's the problem. We don't think that this is okay. So it is complete chaos up here. But that's not new for Madison County. So on the second floor originally was where they were doing all the counting of the ballots. And now they've turned off all the cameras to the second floor. Now, mind you, the machines are on the second floor. And so now we're down here. They are starting to get chairs for people. They are starting to bring those in. But it's very, very sad that we've had to go to this extreme to get people chairs. So the men are doing their civic duty. They're giving the chairs to the females first. So we appreciate that the men are allowing the females to sit first.
Those election workers gave up their chairs.
Oh, those election workers gave up their chairs, which was very nice of them. So we appreciate that they gave up their chairs for the people who needed it. And so here you go with the video. Turn that off because they can't hear. So here, Larry, I'm asking Larry so the people on there are asking, they can't hear anything but chaos. Well, that's what I'm trying to explain to them, so that there's no voice coming off of these things. Please understand, there is no video comments on this TV at all.
We have no idea. Listen, we have no idea what went on up there now. We couldn't hear anything. They really didn't let us see anything. These views and these angles are all just jacked up. I mean, this has just been a bad day for the election board. And a police report has been filed also.
So it's 6:30, and I think maybe the first ballots are starting to roll in. So we'll see that come in. So as you can see, they are moving things from the second floor to the first floor. So why they close that off, I don't know. But we are going to bring you closer to here. We are going to show you that they are starting to bring in the boxes. Now, again, remind you, they can't have any interaction with the people, okay? So here is what they're doing. They're
You're
coming
one
in.
person's club, you have to be allowed to vote. Because if you remember last year, was it last year? No, it's last year.
They're coming in. As you see, Landon's coming in from the stairwell. So they were all upstairs. He's by himself. So we're going to start to see some movement here. I really don't understand the purpose of the screens, but because it's supposed to be transparent. And so there's not supposed to be any hidden areas going on. So here come the ballots. Here come all the ballots. So we'll see that all coming in.
That's a Russ Willis statue. Come on.
Yeah, there's certain laws for certain people.
So let me see if I can move this to the side so you guys can see. We're standing in front of the camera. But again, that's the lack of transparency. We just want to see what's going on and what's being brought in. It's been a long day for everybody. And while the poll workers have done a great job, the constituents also have done a great job. Everyone is exhausted. Everybody's ready for this election to be over with. All Americans have paid the price for this exhaustion, all of us. And no one is any different from the other. We are all involved in this together. And for people to think that the poll workers or the constituents are any different, we are all the same people. We are all concerned citizens all the way around. So, we got that lecture today too, but look at how many people have given up their jobs today to go out and look at the polls. My phone has been ringing since before 6 a.m. this morning with polls not opening on time. So I've been out all day. I appreciate the people who have called me and have reached out. So we'll just sit here and watch and see what's going on.
And then maybe if you're like, oh, I don't know what else we can do. What we do is still be. And it's been really easy. I was going to do some of this over. Closer to these tables so that at least one set of the doors. I still don't know if that would, because it says you cannot have anything that impairs your ability to, yeah.
And I'm not really sure what those are that they bring in. I'm not sure what they're counting.
That one's mine, so.
Is it this one? The impact?
I don't have a purse.
Oh, you didn't?
It's my North Face vest.
Do
you know what they're doing? They're taking out the stuff out of the boxes.
Oh, it's probably the ballots from the polling locations, and then they're gonna take them in there and count them.
So you take them out here? So you take them out here?
I think they're just checking them in.
No, they're actually
I don't-
dismantled them and taking stuff out of the box.
Well, yeah, so I mean, I guess that's the procedure they're doing. So
And
they
then
just
you
open them here and
reseal
take
it?
them in there. Huh?
And then they're resealing them right now?
No, they're taking them in there and tabulating them.
Can't do no because it's the bladder's infected, so.
I had to go home feed the kitty cat after the thing.
To be fair, there's
So,
no camera in that room,
how-
so who
You
knows?
can't go past this point. Can you get to the Coke machine? She'll get you.
How much are they?
I believe they're $1.25.
I would appreciate it because my blood sugar.
If not, I think I have the app on my phone if you don't have the money.
I got
Oh,
mine.
I do. I got the money.
It's in my vest. I can go get it if you need money.
I think I keep cash on it in case there's
So
somebody
thank
out
you.
here.
Please.
So people's sugars are low, the constituents, but they can't get to the machine. But Lisa Cannon has kindly been able to get a Coke for our constituents here in the public. So it's very nice of her to get that. So
Thank you so much, man.
She had this chip on her shoulder the entire night. We got her name.
Bunch of criminals.
She's the one that
The striped shirt, she's the IT person. And she agrees.
Man, there's a bunch of criminals right there. You especially, you're top one.
right here.
Her office is right.
Lene, you'll never get my vote ever. Yeah, ever. I play golf with Judge. This is fun.
And then she went away.
They said that they don't have internet certification.
So I don't know who that blue box belongs to. I'm not sure why it's sitting there.
Russell? Well, he won't talk to us.
Big Eric.
Yeah, we take his salary.
He's not an election worker.
Oh, he's
Man, he
not.
looks just like a 50-year-old baby walking around, doesn't he?
What's his
But
badge?
they said only don't talk to election workers. He's an appointed election official.
Yeah, we can talk to him.
Does he have a badge on?
Yeah. Ask him how he feels. Ask him if he has any comment about his felony investigation.
Yeah, I just got another. Hey, I just filed three more charges on Linda.
So let's,
Our-
did they,
I'll do it.
are they doing anything on the video?
They're watching us.
Okay, so they brought that blue box in so that I want to go back over here and show you as people are sitting on the floor because there's no chairs.
So they're taking them, they're checking them in here, and then they bring them in here and they're taking them into this room. There's no camera in that room. None. We can see outside, but you cannot see where they're taking all the ballots into.
So there you go. You cannot watch the canvassing of the ballots. It is taken to a hidden room, people. So I just want to let you know that this is unconstitutional. So that's what you know right now.
You're taking America away
They're
from
more they're watching us more than they're watching the ballots. Now that's an issue.
Yep.
So we'll just keep bringing you guys up to snuff here on what's going on. Heather, she got an extra box going on. I don't know. She's bringing this box in that they can just put stuff in. So I really don't understand what's going on. Again, there is no volume to this TV. The TV is, there's no sound, there's no nothing. And mind you, again, for people who keep coming on, they are in this room counting ballots and the people are not allowed to see anything. There's no camera in there. So let's go back here.
The screens. Because you're going to watch them come through the door.
Okay,
right there.
here you go.
Come through the door and go into this room.
Okay, so let's see here. So as you see, they're taking the ballots into a private room. That room is concealed with no cameras.
Well, now they just took him back here.
Okay, so now you see how they're going in there with no cameras. That's not transparency. That's not transparency at all. So just so you all can see that. So did everybody get to see that? Okay, so let's watch as they're coming in the back door here. I just want everybody to know that I don't drink, but by the time this is done, I don't know. It could be a little bit.
We appreciate it.
So we want to see what's going on in the room.
So then they had to pass an ordinance for state statute that says.
Remember what the policy is.
Oh, I know. Okay, everybody, you're going to get to see everybody tonight. This is Miss Lorraine. There's no badge. This is Miss Cheryl. She doesn't have a badge, but this was part of, this is Sean. He has no badge. Larry has no badge. They have no badge. Remember, Russ said you had to have badges. It was absolutely a must. And so now I want to know that Mr. Willis and Miss Linda, liar, liar, pants on fire. So just want to show that nobody has a badge.
She's trying to.
Okay, I can move. Oh, and so Miss Cannon is trying to fix the screen so the constituents can see.
She's been amazing.
So, and here's the thing, they took away, and she doesn't have a chair either. She has it on the floor too. She's trying to get it all together. So this has been a new adventure for everybody. I don't know that Madison County has ever had to do transparency, so it's been a learning curve for a lot of people. But here we go. So now you will see there was nothing on the second floor. Absolutely, there was something on the second floor. And now look at there, they're on the second floor. This is a problem. This is unconstitutional.
We were told that there was nothing up on the second floor. There was somebody left up there to answer the phones and that was it.
So if you're just joining us live, there's no volume here. This is the only way we're allowed to canvass. They had taken all the cameras off of the second floor and they had put them onto the first floor and said there was nothing left on the second floor. This had nothing to do with IT. IT only did what they were asked to do. We'll come to find out they're definitely on the second floor with ballots.
And there's some, it's a lot.
So she's going to continue to work on that. I'm going to continue to show you over here as they're coming in with, this looks like Zion Baptist who just came in with theirs. So here comes Zion Baptist. It makes it hard for the people to be able to see it with people in the way. I mean, clearly these election workers know that we're trying to video this, so they could be more accommodating for the people, but they're all in this together. It's one big club, and none of us are invited to it. So you can see right here that they're bringing in ballots, but we can't see the process because they'd rather sit there. So Sheriff Beeman is here overseeing the procedures. He is present. He is making sure he did get chairs for our elderly and our sick. So we appreciate Sheriff Beeman for making that happen tonight. So these are just two workers who would rather you not see what goes on in the process. They want you to be completely blind. They're not allowed to talk to us. So here, they can't be distracted. Now, I doubt that these two are having a conversation that involved the ballots, but clearly they're enjoying themselves at the expense of not allowing the people to see what's going on with the ballot process. So that's what, well, we're not allowed to say, excuse me, please. They don't respond to the constituents. See, they know exactly what's going on. They're within 10, 15 feet from me. They're not interested in you seeing what's going on. I can put you up high so you can see that way. But see, what you need to remember is common sense is not very common with people. And clearly we are lacking a bunch of common sense in this room right now. So these two ladies who are standing in front of her, they are part of the election process. They are being paid tonight to obstruct you from seeing anything. That is their job tonight. So now you get to see. So we have to go higher so you can see what's going on.
I'm good. How are you?
At least that's my understanding.
So now you're going to see those go, right? They're going to leave. They're going to take those ballots. Okay, now we're going to quickly go over here and we're going to say, where did they go with those? So they're up here. They went to a concealed room where nobody can see it.
So when they were calculating upstairs, there was a camera on the upstairs. When they take it into a conference room or
So now you got another person bringing in. So you got another team coming in. This team is checking in, and now you see all the ballots are missing. They've taken it behind that room. So now you got to see them bringing them in again. You can't see what's going on in the room 2 at all. So this is not a canvassing. You are not able to see once they go into that hallway what's going on. That is a violation of your constitutional rights. We should be able to see every move in those ballots.
I'm sorry about that.
So we have no idea what happens to the ballots once they go behind that closed door on the first floor. So I'm just kind of letting you know what's happening. Again, there is no sound with this video. All you are able to do is see movement.
No, please.
So,
I want to see up there.
again, your taxpayers are right here on the floor. That's where your taxpayers are. Your county tax dollars do not allow your constituents to be welcomed. They just put you on the floor.
I have a
I'm going to try to see if they can fix the videoing.
Terry wants to know why you missed an election. We're trying to find out right now.
Oh, we don't know where she's gone. We don't know where she's gone. All right. So Lisa Cannon is doing everything she can to try to get these videos working and up for the people.
Fortunately, there's not a camera in that room.
She's been advocating. Oh, there's no camera in that room? Oh, there's no camera in the room they're taking this stuff to. Look at that. Okay, so here comes Terry. She's leaving again. So another team is bringing in ballots.
Oh, no, after they get done counting them all, there will be.
But the only thing you're going to be able to see is them stick the USBs in the machine to count the totals. You're not going to see the actual canvassing of the ballot.
So you could bring your own USBs in because there's nothing in here patting people down saying they don't have extra USBs.
And we can't.
Well,
see what
listen,
they're pulling
I had
out.
to take my belt off. I had to unload my pockets coming through security. And now they are wanding them, but when you wand them, there is no metal usually. So who knows? So you're seeing another team come in, and you're seeing the ballots come in. So, see, some people like me. Some people actually like me. I know, there's not many.
There can't be but one or two people like you.
So now this is an Alexandria team that's coming in. That's how I know that. So this is a North team that's coming in with their ballots. So you're going to see them check them in. They're going to unlock the lock.
So we asked why there was no camera back there, and she said there will be. Terry also said that.
It's too late now.
So what are we going to watch?
It's too late.
What are we going to watch?
They're moving down the machines when they move the camera. Now, everybody, I want you to pay attention to
Look at these
the
cheaters.
unlocking of these
Bunch of
blue
cheaters.
machines.
How many elections have you guys stolen? Russ, how many elections have you stolen in your
Would
life
you
as
stop?
Republicans here? A bunch. I know you stole 2 or 3 of them. You put Linda up to some bad stuff. You're a jerk off. Larry, sorry, you can't be
Oh, let's see. Here's Linda, and she is reprimanding the sheriff. But when her people speak to the constituents like there's no reprimand. Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know you told me anything. I thought that was done. I'm leaving, so may explain to me in real. I just kept telling Russ what I thought.
Why would that be a problem? Yeah.
Well, the US, hang on, somebody needs to. Are you out of here? Okay.
We still can't see what they're doing.
No.
I want you to tell Linda Smith that we made Larry leave and he is not here now. See, at least we're,
Okay. Now-
we do, we're gonna support.
We want to do the right thing. That's all.
I
we
mean, I don't
wanna
have a
do.
problem with Larry, but yeah, I mean, he can't talk, so he left. So you can tell her, well, we
Linda
made him leave.
Linda tried to already come out and tell him how to do his job.
I mean, I don't know who you are, but Linda talking to the sheriff like he's 3 is just appalling.
Far away from here.
Why doesn't she go talk to Russ like he's 3? She sits there and strokes the man. My gosh.
Are you live?
Yeah, I'm live. Of
Okay.
course I'm live.
So have you seen how little Tim Lannon is following Russ around like a puppy dog? It's so cute.
Oh yeah,
It's so cute.
they're all. Now I just want everybody to know what a gentleman Sheriff Beeman was, because he should have looked at Linda and said, "Don't you talk to me like that." But he took it like a man.
It sure doesn't look good.
They just figured they would
I
get
think
stuck
if they were trying to be on the up and up,
No, I'm not. I don't blame him.
well, any fears of wrongdoing, they would do it in the open.
That's my
all about it.
We just want to go like, that's all.
All right, so here they take the bags. For those who are joining us, they take them around the corner and they go into a room without cameras. That's Oresta's town hall that just brought theirs in. So I just want everybody to be clear that they're going to rooms without cameras with the ballots. This is a problem.
One of the Bree had checked her voter registration. She's received
Time when it's all set up, maybe they'll have a different process.
she was the you're like, no, you can't vote.
Well, that's
Your information. So she argues with this. She calls in. I listen to the phone call. A lady sitting in the little hotel room. They went right around. Rebecca goes in there. And he's like,
the original website.
some of them took videos of it, like it's documented. So when I have elections that are a handful of votes.
So here's the stuff. Stuff is coming in and they're just picking it up from people. There's no check-in. There's nothing looking inside those bags that they just took. So there could be anything in those bags.
I don't remember if it's in color.
They are being wanded. As they come in that back door, they are being wanded.
Have you ever seen this? So there you go. That's John. Charging double.
Now, here's the thing. The constituents cannot have access to the Coke machine, so they have to ask a sheriff or they have to ask an employee to get them a drink. So it's kind of sad that even our constituents, but the gentleman, Sheriff Beeman he is getting him a drink to help him. So that's very kind.
Adam thinks we should go get our own chairs.
Remember that thing you said that says and other duties?
There you go, public survey right there.
Oh, it says and other duties.
You vote for them next time after that, right?
We're gonna be taking them into
Take a little bit more than me.
but I'm being told that they're gonna do, that they're
Okay,
gonna
that
do
was really good.
Is it up? Is it up?
No,
in this hallway.
We have public service.
Correct, that's correct.
no, we cannot see what's going on. They're hiding it from us again.
They've taken them into a
Listen.
room with them.
I'm about an IT like you. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, on the left,
Treasurer's hallway is right there.
I don't know.
that's the hallway.
Where they'll be. I know she's looking.
Are they going upstairs? Once they go in this room, are they going upstairs?
It's amazing. Right here. That's the.
What are they doing in that closed room?
Well, if there's no-
We don't-
I believe they're unpacking everything.
I don't.
We don't know.
I don't know.
This is the entrance coming in here. This is the entrance when we're coming in there. This is our hallway. Then this is this hallway. Wait, we're still missing one. Instead of this one, we need that one.
I defer to you. Again, there's no sound on here. What you're hearing is us just talking with one another. So I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. So,
let me change that.
okay. So let's go back over here. Let's continue to watch them bringing in the boxes. This is another team coming in. That's Florida Station that just arrived. I do believe the blue box that's being checked in right now is Althea Church. I don't know if I'm saying that right. That's what's coming in now. So I don't know how many have arrived yet. I don't know what the count is. It would be nice if they had a screen that marked these off one by one so we would know where we're kind of at. We just don't know where we're at, to be honest. So now they're unloading. They're unloading right now, or checking, or whatever they're doing. I have no idea. So I don't know what's in these bags. They're just picked up, and this is a great way to bring things into the building, and no one has any idea. Those are not locked, sealed bags. So there could be anything in those bags that are going in. Some of them are open. So I don't know.
Just a question. I said, what they should have to do is have different color badges. So here now you have, a red badge. Here you have a blue badge so that we know that it's an R&D and all that.
I use that more conservative than.
Of course, that would apply the right-hand prosecutor.
Yes, it is very sad, Cindy, that, we've blindly allowed this to continue for years without looking into this. And now here we are, and we see that a lot of things have not been going the way they should have been going.
He's gonna have himself a party, so what he's gonna do.
It's almost like the Amazing Race as teams come in, and they're tired and they're delivering their items. So that's Madison Park Church of God that's coming in. That's the furthest one. So that one's being taken. So it looks like they switch hands and then they drop them off to somebody else here. And then from here they go. That one's Althea Fellowship Church. That's the one that went there.
They get hidden when they go back out.
Yeah, once they go around that corner, you no longer see what happens to the ballots. There's no cameras.
What's that? We'll talk about it tomorrow.
You got ballots coming in.
It appears at some point there was not a D and an R transporting those ballots. And so Linda came out and kind of reminded them that they have to have a D and an R with them. So just so everybody kind of knows the conversations that are taking place. So they are wanding them over there by the door. This is the lapel team coming in now because that's Rob Steele. So sometimes I just know who the people are. So let's see, it's 7 o'clock. So they must have had a long line in lapel tonight. That probably took them a little after.
They can't come up here and get it done.
Again, I have no idea what that bag is that just got dropped off. But clearly she's got to check it in. Or something. Hell, I don't know. So they're going to take these bags, which I have no idea what's in these bags. Now, if this was a transparent election board, they would be explaining, that came from the Parkview Nazarene, they would be explaining what all these boxes are so that people knew that.
Oh, no, you're fine. We should just, rotate the single chair that they've given us. They could have just put this in the commissioner's court. They could have just put this in the commissioner's court.
Sean.
Right there.
Sean.
And there's seats. I might need your help.
That door was open. We could see into the room. They know that we were taking pictures into the room. They closed it.
I mean, that's always been.
This is a complete disaster. Oh, it's got lawsuits written all over it.
Right.
I mean, people need to go home and notify the FBI.
Catherine. Catherine.
There would have been no problem.
Catherine.
We are streaming from her Facebook.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm going to just take this down for a second because I just heard we're still at the hospital. We're getting ready to leave. We're going to be a little bit late for the results show, but I just heard something big that we need to put up just real briefly. So
okay,
I'm going to put her down. Can you let her know I'm just putting her down for 1 second?
She'll look.
Okay. I'm putting that down. Ladies and gentlemen, I just heard from a very reliable source, and just in case anybody was confused, Trump is the projected winner here in the state of Indiana. Just FYI, Trump just named the winner of the state of Indiana.
AP is also called Kentucky for Trump.
Okay.
And they've called Vermont for Kamala.
Vermont for Kamala.
Kamala, or however you say it.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways, okay. So Trump
Husband's
for
over here at
Kentucky
Kamala.
and Indiana. Okay. All right. I'll see you guys here in about an hour ish. So we'll go back up to Catherine.
Hard case, like
All right. See you.
briefcase, I guess. I don't know.
See ya. Safe journey home.
And sometimes they're not. So are we transporting things differently? Is there, and then sometimes I saw just a few minutes ago, I saw 2 blue boxes go in and the green stayed out here and then those were taken back later. Are they supposed to go together? I mean, what is really going on here? And why can't we see?
I have no
What are
idea.
they hiding? You know,
I have no idea.
I would go, when my girls were little, I'd go in my bedroom and close the door because I was wrapping presents. I went in there to hide. That's why the door was closed.
Right?
So when people close the door, whether it be with physical door or these stupid little things, they're hiding something. That's all there is to it. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, Russ. Prove me wrong.
Well, it's going to be pretty hard to prove what's wrong because you can't see what's going on back there.
Do you think that might be by design, Catherine?
Do I think it's by design? I don't know that it's by design. I think it's a calculated move.
Well,
So
calculated.
we just have to make sure, because by design would say, well, the building isn't made up for us to be transparent. So it's a calculated move.
It is very calculated because now that they've closed our access road over here, where we could see them, now they've closed that door.
Yeah, and you would never know if there was a DNR coming in unless you knew who the people were. So you have no idea who's the Republican and who's the Democrat. And kind of, come on now, you guys, remember, like Rob Steele, he's part of the swamp. So he's a Demlican or a Republican, whatever you want to call him. I don't care. So you can't truly say he's a true Republican or a true Democrat, right?
No.
So, I mean,
Like
come
Russ.
on, everybody.
Okay, so let's see what's coming on here. I see 2 green over here on the left.
Not all at once, but I got them.
I hear something being scanned.
Well, they're wanding.
Oh, they're wanding.
Wanding.
Have they been doing this the whole time? 'Cause I've
Yeah,
missed
they've
it.
been wanding
Okay.
the whole time.
Yeah, I was over here doing some stuff. So. I don't believe that that was going on early on, though. Like Russ came in these doors and did not get
Oh,
one.
yeah, no. Yeah,
So I guess
that is
again, he
correct.
gets special
He did-
privileges.
Yeah, he gets special,
Okay,
Landon
so
gets
you
special
see the
privileges.
green.
So
the
now
bright
this guy's
line
got a
green-
clear
oh,
box.
wait a minute.
So this is
That
a whole
clear
new.
box is not secure. Looks like rubber bands.
I don't know.
Let's see how they open that. Let's see. Oh, they're going to block
Let me
our view.
see if I can, well, they do that quite frequently. We got these 2 dead on a doornail leaning up and holding the table up. Who they're actually supposed to be being paid. I haven't seen these
Oh, we
2
are
move.
paying them.
I haven't seen them move all evening.
Oh, we're paying them.
wages for them right now, though.
That's what I mean, who have done absolutely nothing.
And they're making overtime pay.
Oh, I'm sure they're making overtime pay when we have enough volunteers who can make straight pay.
Well, I would have done it for nothing, but Russ
said that's
doesn't
what
like me.
volunteers are.
That would make sense.
That's
Russ
what I
doesn't
mean.
like
There
me.
certainly have been enough of us who
Who's that?
could have volunteered and not been double time or overtime or,
No.
That would be those things, I would think. That I definitely want-
I don't know where any
Oh,
of
wait,
these.
she opened the door. She made her, she earned her.
Oh,
keys.
okay.
Oh.
They're actually carrying something now, the 2
Oh
of
my,
them.
They must have heard you talking.
I'm sure they did. But again, there's supposed to be a D and an R all the way. That one had 3 people. So now we are not equally weighted with a D and an R.
No,
That's a problem.
it absolutely is. But this one that he's checking in now really is very concerning because there was that clear box. It appeared to have rubber bands on it, but it was, of course, we're so far away, we can't tell. So we're going to see what they carry through here. We should be able to get a clearer picture.
It's been a long day, Cindy.
Cindy, we know that not everybody can be up here, and this really isn't everybody's thing. Some people really steer away from this, but other of us, I mean, we're just here for the people. That's it. To be honest, I was just telling Sheriff Beeman that I think what would have been really nice had our elected county officials done is maybe done a video to explain to the people how this process actually works. But I guess you would have to understand the process yourself. And then, knowledge is king, right? So if we understood the process, how it was supposed to work, we would be able to quickly identify their errors.
You know, my
So-
biggest problem tonight is to watch Linda come out and scold another elected official, yet she cowers down to Russ Willis.
Oh, look, that clear box is gone. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. What is
That
in
was
it? I'm gonna ask her what's in it.
unbelievable to watch.
Let me ask
They're
her.
not allowed to talk to you.
Oh,
You
I
see
don't
this?
care.
You are not allowed to ask questions.
So
All
what's in
right?
the clear box?
They won't. They're not allowed to tell you anything. Okay, I guess.
Which
she
might
told
be
us that-
ballots, because those are considered supplies. Find the definition of supplies.
And again, I don't know how close we are getting to the end here. I don't know where we're at.
You know, they tend to, when we, they don't start with any details, it's the machine.
You know what would
That's
be
why they
interesting?
set, from air travel, so they're going to California.
That's all right. So what if you and I were married and you were a D and I was an R? Is that okay to transport those bags?
Absolutely not.
But how do we know that's not happening?
We don't. We should have a list. That should have been a published list of who's going to be transporting those.
They try to split it and pull people in.
And then to be honest, if I'd had that list, I'm sure that we had enough people here that we could have followed them to make sure they didn't do any shenanigans, as Cindy would call it.
Lots of shenanigans.
Because see, I personally like to know exactly what's in these blue totes, and then what's in the green totes.
Cindy, let me enlighten you. There's a big sign right here. There is to be no interaction with any election workers. They have important work to do and cannot be distracted. Madison County Election Board. You see, you are not important. The constituent is not important. Only Russ Willis and his people
So that
are
may be
important.
what's secured in there. I don't know.
It's all the.
Okay, so the totes and the ballots. Clearly see that. Are they marked or unmarked? Do we know?
So these bags can come through and have anything that you want in those bags. There could be anything in these bags. They're not sealed bags. Anything could be in those bags.
Election officials show those ballots have to be returned.
If I worked for these people, I would have an issue with this stuff. I would be asking questions.
They get dumped into the bottom of the tabulators just like they do here. And then that should be them.
That should be them in these blue totes?
Yes.
Okay.
And then the thumb drives, they don't have to rescan them because the results are already tabulated at the vote.
So, okay, so what's coming in these bright green?
It's probably the speed drive.
It's a defibrillator in case anybody has a heart attack.
I'm about to.
Katherine will do CPR. I'm not certified anymore. She has to be certified.
Yeah. Kill it.
You did?
Yeah, kill it.
I've got one. Just got one light.
She's charging.
I'm good.
It's gonna be theft, just so you know. I'm afraid of electricity.
No, and like, Lord, I think it's thinking.
Yeah, but you which phone? do you have?
And compared to the cities especially.
You have the new fancy. Never mind. I got it right now.
Oh.
No, I was just gonna say.
Every time you hear
I know
John here.
every time.
Yeah, what's the chance?
So.
So C.
Yeah, you're safe.
That's the best way. I don't, that's one of the. They used to call him a lot of this.
Yeah, I got
So overpronounced is Shahal.
No, that's my uncle. Why don't we care about lose that? Why do I care about lose my
I'll be the
first
printer.
one?
But still won't touch it.
Let me ask you something. Are you supposed to wander around here by yourself?
Probably not.
Okay.
I would think not, right? I mean, like,
I thought I was pronounced that C.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that goes over real well.
What are you live on?
Yeah, that's me.
That's live right now.
What are you live on?
Everything.
You're streaming on everything. No, I'm just. Are you on Chris's show?
I think so. I don't know if he booted me because he's going to end his show.
Oh.
Indiana and Kentucky and Vermont.
I don't know, Cindy. Let me just ask him.
They've already called.
Have you ever had to come up here?
This is my first time to.
Oh, as chair.
Yes.
It's his first president.
Kentucky and Vermont. So it is.
No, it's just more out of curiosity on my part. How good we got Spencer still up here. Wisconsin, but I'm here.
Oh,
for
we're
17%.
Now, here's the thing, people, you need to understand. In 2 years, when Sheriff Beeman's up for election, I don't think he can be up here if he's a candidate. So he would fall into a different category at that
But
time.
because he's not a candidate.
But because he's not a candidate, then it's okay. So do keep that in mind. I think that's kind of where that stands. There has something to do with him being a candidate or not a candidate.
Well, sure, because we wouldn't want. I could name a few, but I won't give them the.
But
I'm not going to say
there is
their
a
names 'cause I
little.
don't like them.
I could see where that would be a conflict of some sort. She's not working, like he's behind the lines.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
now if we had active candidates back here, we would
That'd
have
be
a big problem. Yeah. Like Rob Still, he can't work this. If he runs in 26, he can't work it.
Sure.
So that wouldn't be
Makes
allowed.
sense.
So
But we are in Madison County. And, the Russ Willis statute will supersede
for his
all
friends
laws.
and family, yes.
all the laws. So, I mean, let's just be clear.
Okay, these are coming in. Let's see how far out these are coming in from. So they're coming in from ACS Administration
And
Highland Middle School. Those are those two coming in. So those aren't too far away, and they're just making it here at 7:20. So I don't know if they had a long line or they just had a very busy poll.
Or did they go do some shenanigans after they left? I don't know. I'm just asking. I'm not making accusations.
What are the tables in front of the elevator for? I have no idea.
To keep us off the elevators.
I wondered about that myself. I wondered how much we're paying EMA to do that. That's a very good question. I have no idea what those. It's kind of craziness.
Zion Baptist? Is that what they just said? I heard them say Baptist.
No, Zion Baptist has already been
That's
here.
what I thought.
I'll tell you those satellites.
Well, you go anywhere. Yeah, you're not stuck.
Yeah, I don't know what number we're on.
Oh, very interesting, folks. I just got a private message sent to me that said I voted last week at the UAW hall, and they opened a ballot box because it was too full and people couldn't put their ballots in. They put them all back in so more ballots could go in, and that was at 5:10 p.m. Those boxes were not supposed to have been opened. Gosh, I wish you had gotten a video of that. I will not mention your name on Facebook or whatever live stream Rebecca or Catherine has us on right now. Folks, I'm just going to tell you that this is a complete disaster. As Catherine's pointed out, we're not allowed to talk to election workers. Again, there's no full transparency here.
What's in those bags that Stacy just brought out?
Well, I don't know. That's a great question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's paperwork for sure.
That, gee, did one person come out and now they're being transported by one again?
I don't know what's happening right now.
Well, they don't want us to know. I'm sure you've kind of figured that one out.
I don't know why they would have taken them in and then brought them back out.
So if they have nothing to hide, they would have somebody here that could answer questions for us, because they should and definitely could have used this as an opportunity to educate the community on the voting process, but instead they want to hide.
They could have provided their policies and procedures to us.
That sure would have been helpful, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, she could have explained what they were up to.
You know, this
Now
is the
she's
same
taking them back
problem
in.
with
She just
public
brought them out.
meetings.
She
They
just
do
brought them
not
out,
list
and
the
now they're
rules
taking them back in.
or the policies
She just brought this out.
or the procedures.
And they're not
Did you
sealed.
see that?
And
They
it's
just
not
brought this
sealed.
out. Now they're taking them back in.
It's
I mean,
not sealed.
literally, you just saw them come out, and then now they're going back.
There's a phone service or something they can do where they can call
That's the
in and
weirdest
find out
thing.
what, and then they have somebody to help interpret, so.
So,
Those black bags.
Why is this divider?
Oh, yeah.
because they don't want us to see
I
it.
know.
Sean,
It was rhetorical.
Stop it. It's C. That's why.
Sion.
see on.
It's French.
So, how about this? Now, she's like, so I'm respecting this person's
That's
privacy,
Sean.
but how about-
And Fred really got me far. I was on, once I knew it was going to law enforcement.
You can't open the mailbox. They don't-
Yeah.
If you're gonna look and start over again, they've been like 6 years.
I don't believe they brought enough boxes.
Start out Spanish 202. First day in there, the professor goes, well, he goes, he hands out the class syllabus. He goes, this is the last day to be in English. I said, well, you won't see me. I dropped the class and took something else. He goes, oh, he's surprised.
She's doing work on the computer now, so
Yeah.
the final count.
2 years of first. No, not gonna happen.
Well, so they should be up. Except for that one. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. He's in deep conversation, giving direction.
Because I had told her, the instructor was out of my hands. I can't do it. Well, she was, however I said that, I said, it's my money. If I want to cheat myself and take the very basic course I want, start over again, I said, that's my choice. It's my money. Yeah. I won't be back.
That gets addressed after the fact.
Exactly. But you take the box. As long as you have
Rebecca got feisty with us, and they did it.
Again, the election workers are made to obstruct anything for the constituents to see. That's their job, is to stand there and make sure that they obstruct anybody's view that they can. Okay? So now, I want you to see, they come in here, they bring in their boxes, okay? After they bring in their boxes from here, then what they do is they go in that door right there, and then they go behind a wall to a closed room that has no cameras in it with your ballots, okay? So here you are, just so you people can see, is that right here where they're bringing them in,
That's okay.
and then they go right here in this room. Russ is allowed to walk around without a DNA. He just has full reign. And then, I'm not really sure what he's doing. Curiosity's here in the hallway. So you can't see him from there. There is no voice with this.
You know what?
So this is kind of what's going on. This is all you get to see. So
Well, that's exactly why.
now Tim and Russ are off somewhere together, and we're really not sure where they go. So this is the second floor right here. And, yeah, that's the second floor, and you don't see anybody coming in and out of that floor. Now, earlier today, the cameras, you could see when they got on and off the second floor. They can't do that now.
You get with her.
So I don't know how that's transparency. Oh, there goes Russ right there. And then they're getting lost. And there used to be machines over there. So everybody knows there were machines over there. So it looks like Data's coming in to sue the state person. She's got this all going on. And so, but we don't know what happens to those thumb drives. We don't get to see those thumb drives. Nothing of the sort. So that's kind of, then I want to show you they were going in here into the commissioner's room, and they had it in here, and you can go in there. But then they closed all the doors once they figured out people could see what was going on in there. And this is actually the room that they had it in. You see where it says 108? That room 108 is where they're going into. There are no cameras in there. If some of you early voted, that's where they had the voting machines. So why they closed that door and they didn't open it and allow the people here in this public area to watch, I don't understand any of that. So just so you know kind of what's going on here.
Because somebody alerted you that that's where that comes from.
So here they are. They're driving up. This is the door they come in. It's like there might be a little rain out there. So she comes in, she bypasses, sits this down right here. We're not sure what's in that one. Got another seat coming in here.
Well, I'm gonna ask you. The problem is they don't want to listen because I live outside. But you know what? I think for sure.
Okay, so now you're going to see them as they brought the boxes in. You're going to see them unload them, and then you'll see how they kind of maneuver stuff around.
I have a city library contract. My kids go to school.
West Virginia.
I'm very
To West Virginia. Yeah, right now they got Georgia, Trinidad, Red, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida.
And then if you look over here, you got people going through the bag all by themselves. Who knows what? That's Heather going through these bags. I don't know what's in those bags. And then again, it's behind a wall that you can't see really what's going on.
No, you don't have to tell them. You can just do it. No, they can make it. Let me see. They are.
So there's no sound on these TVs. We're not allowed to hear any of the conversation that's going on. We have no idea what's going on at all. You see Linda come up the back way here. She's going to walk around. There were machines back in here. So what I would kind of be thinking about right now for those of you who are watching, some of these poll workers had ballots that were turned into them or surrendered to them. And what happened to those ballots? Where are they? How are they being turned in? It's real interesting. This team coming in here is Frankton because I was out there today. I remember them. So that's Frankton coming in. So here comes Russ and Tim on the elevator again. We have no idea where they've been. This guy was out looking over the machines and that were in this hallway over here. I don't know what's happened to those machines. Here, she's handing her stuff here. And I don't know what she's handing her, but she's by herself, whatever she's handing her.
Hey, Catherine.
What?
My brother.
I know, all those are all small amounts. Did you get the
I mean, they think Florida's going, didn't they have Florida as a swing state? It looks pretty great to me.
Because I haven't had a chance to reach out.
Yeah, go Corey.
But yeah. And he has so much respect.
I mean, what else? Michigan, Ohio.
So I just want everybody to see, as you look at, they come in here with their bags and they go into a room with no cameras. That's where they're unloading the ballots and that's where they're unloading the thumb drives. There's no cameras in there at all. So we have no idea what's going on.
I think it's Ohio. I think it's Ohio and it's New York, Pennsylvania. Then you talk to a lot of people, maybe.
I talked to a lot of people. And then I said, that sounds good to me.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
So again, for anybody who's tuning in, this is, there's no sound with any of this, just so you know. Let me see what people are saying. Teresa said there's a clear patch for the drives and the bags have blank paperwork, pens, etc. Well, the problem is, Teresa, is that the whole thing is that they're taking things out of the blue box and they're shoving it into the black bag. Why would you put stuff in the blue box and lock it? And then when you get here, it no longer has to be locked and you're just shoving it in the black bag. It's very peculiar. So we've got to be getting close to the end. Quite a few teams have come in already. I think that's Pendleton. I think this is Pendleton's crew right here, the Pendleton Library. And that's a very, very busy poll. So let's see here. It's 7:35, so they're here.
If you're getting somebody that he is only going to vote. That is all that means.
Now,
what does that do? She came out
So how do you feel about
said,
Ohio's
well, vote for the person, not the party.
So that's Frankton team that's leaving now. They were a very good team. They did an excellent job today.
Involved.
So what are the bellwether states that projected the most?
So, Corey, they have obviously blocked us off. Oh yeah, we can't get past there. That's where everything's going. They're checking them in here, taking them back here. So we have a camera here that is showing this.
There is no sound with this whole video for everybody who's watching.
What's going on up there? Well, that's just outside.
Oh, okay.
It's just the best camera she could get. I mean, she's doing the best she can back here. Who does the camera here? Nice lady in here. IT. She's been amazing. So we were told originally that there was only people up here answering phones. One person answering phones, what we were told originally. We now find that there are 4 people up here. These are ballot boxes. They appear, I mean, she's putting stuff in them, so I don't know what she's doing up there.
I don't know how they got the ballots, everybody. I just want you to know, I don't know how they got them.
Those appear to be ballot boxes. I mean, those are definitely ballot totes. 100%. So, and they took this camera away for quite a long while. We kind of stirred a little bit and they brought it back. Hey, Sean, they're putting ballots in there. What appears to be ballots. What? Those are ballot boxes. There's one over here. She's doing something up here and then dropping it in here.
This, I imagine, and I'm not sure.
Sure.
With that machine, they might be doing contested ballots up there. So they're
But we were originally told that
I
they
know
were done.
that they were done.
Yes, so that's my.
So that's my guess, that those are contested ballots. There's one person from each party. They're pulling it up, looking at the signatures. If they agree with it, it gets counted. If not, it goes in a pile, the provisional pile. They send the letter saying your signature doesn't match, you didn't
Now you
sign
gotta
this,
come
you
back.
gotta come in and remedy it if needed.
But in all honesty, we were told
We were 100%. They removed the video from the screen and said everything was done upstairs.
they're only answering phones.
Yep, that's what they said.
And they said one person.
I watched the video of that lady in the chair today. When the girl was
So you missed it earlier. We had a younger person up here, Bree, you've seen her. She has a heart condition. She needed to sit for a while.
They originally gave us 2 chairs, and then they took our chairs away.
They were a fire hazard.
But walking,
It's like the picnic tables at the bar. Well, the mayor didn't realize it was all left at the end. He's gonna order something right now. Then more bucks.
so they took our chairs, and Bree has medical conditions, so she made the request under the Americans with Disabilities Act. So one of the workers gave her a chair. Then this other lady, this atrocious vile woman, she started yelling at Bree that she's taking the chair, and like we all jumped on it.
His wife was an attorney.
Oh, goodness.
She was like,
And then she's talking at me. We're like, what's your name? She's like, I don't have to answer your question. See the sign.
the sign says that I can't talk to them. That's why they don't.
So she starts
I
chewing us
know,
out.
they don't.
Yeah. She's a sociopath.
So we went and got, so John Bean, sheriff,
Yeah, and,
was right there. So he came around the corner. And
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
I'm gonna walk down here for a second.
I mean, I'm 5% report, and that seems solid.
Georgia's only 9%.
I
You're
know,
fine.
how
You're
did they
fine.
know?
You're keeping the chair.
yes. Oh, he won't talk. Just don't go touch him. Come on. I don't know.
Can't talk to him. Now that he doesn't.
When are you gonna answer some questions for us, Ross?
Oh, we go on video.
No, he's.
I asked
But I'm
him
gonna
and Tim are walking down here. Like, can you guys answer some questions? You guys think this can block the open door lock? And they're both just like,
So what is, what don't they have in there? Isn't that supposed to be?
so you're supposed to be in the same room with the roped off.
Yeah.
Because they don't. No. The remedy is in the courts afterwards.
Said we have about 6 more to come in. Do you know?
So like a lot of places, and if they don't have facilities, the law states that if they don't have facilities that will accommodate that, then election board has to.
I know.
Is there a lot of that have report within a certain amount of time?
It's once they're done counting. So it has to be a continuous count, and then after the count, they don't have to report anything until it's done. Fully done.
Yeah, I just asked John Dean and he said that there's about 6 more.
They've already counted.
They, well, they
7:45.
tabulated them
Just,
onto
there
a
were,
stick.
if you're in line by 6 o'clock,
Oh,
you get
yeah,
that.
that's right. So they do that in one.
Yes.
Adam Vascular and Madison County numbers are.
Yeah, so the law says if the facilities, I think the only building won't accommodate. The election board will require facility like a gymnasium with all those bleachers where the public can sit. Come on, instead of sitting on the floor. Getting chairs.
We got 6 more boxes.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got 6 more boxes to come in. We're getting there, everybody. We're slowly getting there, but I hope everybody has begun to see this is a huge problem. So here they're coming in. They say about 6 more teams to come in. So we're almost there.
I don't want to be associated with the power team.
And then
What you find, Dot? What you find, Dot?
I got more than
I got all the power that I could ever need.
more.
I'm plugged directly in. This is my power.
But you see,
You won't give me a seat, at least you can give me some power.
you see all these. Listen, you paid for that electricity.
That's what I said.
Well, be that.
So you're seeing, these are I think the final ones coming in. So we're almost there. We're almost to the end. The biggest problem of the night is once they drop these boxes off, they're supposed to have a DNR with them in the car. We're not sure who the D is. We are not sure who the R is. You really would think you would put people in red and blue inside the polls so that people would understand who's part of their party and who's not. And so you see this happen here, right? You're going to see how they open it, they unlock it. Then they begin to take things out that they don't need, and they put them in these black bags.
I think they're taking historic numbers and using them to fill in the rest of it. You know, like this is how.
So the other thing is you're not seeing any numbers populate. You're not seeing any numbers populate at all. That's a problem. Because they should be able to have spit out some absentee ballot numbers, and you're not even seeing that come out. So now you're going to watch them unpack this thing.
On my feed. Lauren, I have some real comedians on my feed. No matter what happens tonight, you guys, please leave the toilet paper aisle alone.
I saw that. It was funny, right?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, right. Well, I can't say it because I'm a Republican precinct. From what I hear, a lot of
And this employee, whoever she is in these cowboy boots, she has screamed at the constituents. She has threatened to take away their chairs. She has done everything she can possibly do to stand in front of the camera tonight. She is definitely not a pro for the people kind of person.
We should have brought a pizza. A little blanket. We could have had a picnic.
They only had a toast in the commissioner's room, so.
You know what? They did that right.
The White Castle
The
incident.
White Castle incident.
We need to play that up. White Castle.
The White Castle. The incident with White Castle. It was the budget meeting that went into the night, and we all stayed because we wanted to speak. And Adam had left to go do something, and I texted him. I'm like, "Can you please do free made drink? I'm dying there. It's hot in there." And he's like, "Yeah, we were thinking about bringing White Castle back for the dispatch people."
So for those of you who are joining us, these are the final polls coming in. There were about 6 left, so I assume we're down to about 3 now. They're checking these blue boxes in. They were locked when they brought them in. We have no idea what's in the black bags. They say they're supplies, but what's interesting is they'll take stuff out of the blue boxes and shove them into the black unlocked boxes, which is just mind-boggling. I don't know why you would lock something up that didn't need to be locked up.
So I asked John Beeman after that. I said, "Hey, like, am I allowed down there after hours?" He's like, "No."
Now, they're not locked once they leave this table. They then take them from here and they take them behind this thing because they don't want us to see. And they take them in a room without any cameras in it. So they take them back here and there's no cameras back there once they get them back there. That is somewhat of a concern, that they're taking them where there's no cameras that are being watched. So this one's coming in. Now, I want everybody to remember that in 24 in May, in the primary, they didn't have any of these screens up. They didn't have tables over here with all these people. They didn't have this wooden table here. They've completely, and they had people on the second floor. It was not a problem. This time they have restricted everything so that no one can see once you bring these blue boxes in, the public is no longer allowed to see anything. To me, this needs to be reported to the FBI. Well, I did that. I did this. I said, see, and they go back here and they go behind closed doors where there's no cameras and you can't see them. Listen, I don't need this. It's got enough juice. You take a
I listen. I don't know. No, I didn't either way.
So how early did you get up?
Well, my phone started going off at 5:30.
And then I answer it like it keeps going on. I started
And Lauren called me, I forget at what time, but I went in to look and make sure the sheets were working.
I don't know, it's probably around, I don't, it was later. It was later in the morning. I didn't take some pictures. Around 7 maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I don't think I had taken paint yet.
7:07 a.m.
Yeah, I don't think I had taken paint yet.
And they were running good in there, so.
You know, you thought that they were, they're not here for you.
She had to just stand in front of it.
So I can hear in the song.
As like, you wanted this, you get this thing that person.
Congratulations. I won.
Yeah. Yeah, I want him to try it. Okay. I'm your precinct committee.
John, just show that the people are literally. They can only give us one chair.
You know what?
Even though the counting's going on in there and we can't see, this is what we're, people that are watching, we're not allowed to have chairs or. We're actually supposed to be watching all of this. We're supposed to be watching it on this TV over here. Might you also recognize that they put two of these big screens out here, but I think they were just showing off how much money they got because this one's not even being used. And this one doesn't give you any view of what they're doing.
They wonder why people that pay lots of taxes through this county.
Okay, I gotta show you something. Stand up.
You want me to stand up? How much time do you
You
have?
don't have to. I gotta tell you something. This lady has a walkie-talkie. She comes on there
Yeah.
and show that she has a walkie-talkie. This lady has a walkie-talkie. Okay, we are inside a building with how many sheriffs? They got walkie-talkies. But your coroners who are out in the field got no lifeline at all. No walkie-talkies at all. Now,
You can use your own phone, personal phone, if you have to. I
Yeah.
guess, right?
If the cell towers go down, they have no communication.
I mean,
Sure,
but
yeah.
these guys, we are in a government building with all these sheriffs standing around, and coroners can hear walkie-talkie. Okay.
Sheriff Beeman was on that J-Rack. I had to make a mention to him. He said, "Oh,
I don't know. I asked
Tim and Linda are doing.
Well, I asked for a Morgan idea of what I ought to do.
We're finally getting snapped up, by the way.
Are they?
Yeah.
Russ is back here hiding.
Yes, you can. I'm almost full now.
I don't care. Listen, all I know is that everybody makes me look like a monster. You give them more money for alcohol. You exceed the budget. Listen, all they want is asking for anything.
So that people have the right to sell set up.
You can see him. I think there's only one more.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know what's in the box. You know what I'm bringing in? It's gonna be this is the craziest.
Just a box.
They bring them in, they bring them out, they bring them in, they bring them out.
And then they got, yeah, they got empty boxes.
They do the hokey pokey.
Russ was right there in the room.
Listen, if I would have misidentified bodies, you think I would have got everything I wanted? Do you think if I continue to let people write prescriptions who were actually having overdoses, they would have been happy? So I was running a tight ship and I was.
Basically, you didn't play the game.
Oh, here's the thing.
You weren't subtle behavior.
Well, Todd Cole said that all these people, you know, that ain't so afraid of running the coroner's office. They never needed it. He said, well, now what are you saying about Madison? Because he's getting new cars. I mean, that makes no sense. Oh, what, 4 on of the year? Oh, absolutely.
When you the same story I'm having scored.
What are they doing?
Okay, for those people who are new that are just joining us, they are going through the boxes in the hallway, and then they're taking these secured boxes and ballots that are supposed to be secured in a hallway, and they're putting them in a room where there's no camera. I don't call that transparency. And then you got Sue back there in the corner, and she's the one running all your thumb drives that works for the state. I don't know what she's pulling out of, if she got a makeup bag or if she doesn't. And then she's handing those things to Linda, and then Linda is just taking those thumb drives, and I'm not really sure what Linda's doing with those thumb drives. She laid them on the floor or something. This is all supposed to always be with a D and an R, like they're always supposed to have. You got people just walking around. Terry Austin's just walking around. There's really not two people overseeing all this stuff. And then you got people sitting here that we're paying who are holding up a table. I'm not really sure. And then you look here, this is where they come in and they wand them. They're wanding people who come in with their ballot boxes. And then when they come in with their ballot boxes, they get wanded. They put them on this table, and then they open the lock boxes. That's okay. I can keep streaming, Kate. No worries. Go on about your thing. Hopefully it doesn't stop me from streaming right now. So we go right here. We've got to only have one or two polls that are still out. So that's the whole thing. So if you look here, this is the first floor. We can see here on the first floor. Okay, now listen, none of the voters can get, none of the constituents can get in there. We're not sure if we're putting that to the sheriff's fund for, are you tipping him? But Sheriff Beeman has been a gentleman to get us fluids. If our sugars have been low, he has been kind enough to serve us with.
So we're going to be cutting our feed over here. The boys are going to be coming on live here in just a bit to go over state results and the local election results. If you're interested in following this feed, you can go to Katherine Callahan's Facebook page. I posted it up here. She's Katherine Callahan 1 on Facebook. Her page is wide open, so you can go over there and view over there if this is something you're interested in continuing to see about the canvassing over in Madison County. But we will be back here later, and we will see you all then. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you in just a bit.